Bueno, pues hemos venido, el equipo de Parrot España, a presentar el Dron 2.0. Es un cuadricóptero que se maneja a través de Wi-Fi con nuestro smartphone o tablet. Y la nueva versión del Dron 2.0 incorpora una cámara HD, incorpora una nueva aplicación que nos permite grabar los vuelos y subirlos directamente a nuestras redes sociales a través de un solo clic con la aplicación del teléfono móvil. Hemos venido a presentarlo, lo hemos volado por primera vez en público y estamos muy contentos de lo que le ha gustado a la gente. Bueno, pues la dificultad básicamente es técnica. Llevamos más de 4 años desarrollando el software tanto del Dron como de la aplicación que hace que se conectan y se entiendan un Dron con un smartphone o tablet. El dron genera una red Wi-Fi ad hoc que es captada por el smartphone o por el tablet y queda encriptada entre ambos, por lo cual solo yo con mi smartphone puedo pilotar el Dron y está dentro del alcance de control de una red Wi-Fi, es decir, 50 metros más o menos. Es una tarea muy compleja que, como te comento, nos hemos tirado más de 4 años desarrollando, pero en esta segunda versión ya es un poquito más fácil porque tenemos mucho camino andado.
So I was talking about Doodle Jump and the story behind creating not only Doodle Jump, but other apps that my brother and I started developing around the time that the App Store opened. So it basically showed the path from those early apps to Doodle Jump. Well, first of all, the apps should be in English, especially in the beginning. One of the things to consider is localization, so not only that they're in English primarily, but that there's also localized in other languages as well. But more importantly, it's the persistence and hard work that needs to go into developing the apps and finding success, because I'm not sure that I know of a single app that was someone's first app that made a big success. It's most likely that you will have a couple of apps that fail before you make one that is successful. Another thing to note is that it's not necessarily an absolute must to create an app hit that sells millions of copies. It's also just as good to have 10-20 apps that are simple, that are selling much less copies a day, but in cumulative numbers they actually provide you with a decent income so that you can focus on this work full time.
So we were talking about the game that I have co-created. It's called Zombies Run. It's a game in which you run in the real world away from zombies. So the idea is it's an audio adventure. It happens all through headphones because you don't want to be looking at a screen whilst you're running. And you have to, through the headphones, you'll hear someone saying, "The zombies are coming. You have to run. There's a child. You have to go and rescue the child." And the zombies are run. That's basically how the game goes. It's that combination of rawr and run. There's also a base management element where as you're out running, you're collecting supplies, so it will go bing, you got batteries, bing, you got tinned food, and then when you come home you can see what you've got and you can decide who in the base to give it to, and depending on who you give it to, different bits of more story will unlock. So the idea is that we are motivating you to run, which everyone wants to do, and we're motivating you to be able to want to do it by giving you the feeling that you are engaged in an epic storyline, that you are helping save people every time you run, and practically every minute that you're running, you're getting extra supplies for these people.
The things that we've done to convince people that they should run. Firstly, it's a really compelling story. So a lot of people want to run, but they struggle to motivate themselves. But we have this really exciting story. So you set out on your first run, and instantly you want to know what happens next, what happens next, what happens next, which convinces you to run and run and run.
Yeah, our talk was about the launch of our recent game called Blockalicious. We created this game in a co-creation fashion, which means that everybody in the studio had the chance to provide ideas and concept to a competition we did in the studio. Blockalicious won, and then we formed a team, developed the game, and launched it 2 months ago. Well, to build social experience, you have to make sure that your game is good in a way that people are going to want to share it. So the first thing is make a good game. But you also have to give them hooks and give them the chance to share different aspects of the game. So in our game, we have a leaderboard. That leaderboard will give you your points compared to all your friends. Then you can taunt them, you can send them messages that you beat them, and they also receive a notice once you pass them in the board. So that creates replayability and people want to play against each other.
I think there's a few things. The unique art style and the gameplay is really addictive. It's a mastery game, easy to learn but hard to master. And we have also put in the game a really strong social feature where so you can share your leaderboard on Facebook and post to all. And we also build a weekly contest between you and your friends on the game. So it's really challenging and it's really viral on the experience.
Vine a contar, mi intención era venir a contar la experiencia que tuve desde que era un estudiante de ingeniería hasta apalabrados. Romper un poco con el mito de la persona que se topa con un cofre de oro y crea algo, sino contar un poco la historia real de cómo uno tiene que buscar lo que quiere. Eso es lo que vine a contar. La ventaja que tiene es que uno la lleva siempre en el bolsillo y que por la mecánica que tiene no tiene que empezar y terminar un juego en el mismo momento. Yo puedo empezar un juego con una persona, hacer la primera jugada, empezar otro juego, hacer la primera jugada, irme, trabajar todo el día y cuando tengo un minuto libre para comer, hago la próxima jugada, al otro día sigo la jugada. Y entonces, como el mail, que es diferente a llamar a una persona por teléfono, yo respondo cuando quiero y el otro responde cuando quiere. Entonces se adapta un poco a la mecánica que tiene el hombre moderno, sobre todo si usando el celular.